Hello LEGO fans, it's Bricks on a Budget coming with another video. In this video we are talking about Halloween and gravestones and cemeteries and all kinds of spooky stuff. So at any rate, I got a whole bunch of different gravestone and graveyard type things right in front of me. Some are custom, some are just plain old Lego that I made mocks out of. Others are from actual particular Lego sets. And so we're going to go over a bunch of different stuff and builds. And as always, please leave a like. Just hit that button real quick. Yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. And hit that bell for future notifications. So let's get right into it. So a lot of people want to build a Lego graveyard. I've seen it a bunch of different times. Lego usually kind of shies away from the graveyard, but not completely. Lego has done a few graveyard type sets loosely based around a graveyard, and one of the first ones you'll see right over here. Let me get zoomed in a little bit more. Oop, a little too far. All right, so here we have the Tom Riddle gravestone with the Reaper looking minifigure to pose as kind of a cemetery type sculpture, so to speak. And you have a stickered gravestone here and a couple little oddball headstones right there at the bottom. They're not really headstones so much as they're a modified plate just sticking straight up. This is from the Harry Potter, mind you. And so yeah, it's basically you could put a minifigure right here and you can then have them pop up out of the ground. And it's meant for Voldemort. So, you know, that's just one of the many sets that they came out with. This is an older set. And so basically I put it in this plate of 1 out of 3 of my graveyard plates, which I am currently working on rebuilding. And you can see that I started moving these kind of filler bricks because I'm going to bring the ground out a little bit further, and then I'm probably going to move this fence up a bit further. And I'm going to do that on all 3 plates. I wanted to have it done by Halloween, but that's just not realistic right now, unfortunately. I'm getting very close, but it's probably going to be a little bit after Halloween before I have that done and actually do the video on that. I really wanted to have that done by Halloween, but it just, yeah, unfortunately. But I got a lot of other stuff here to show you guys. Now, we have another thing from another graveyard, and it's kind of got like a graveyard statue, and you got this little thing, and it kind of a little bit of a play feature here. You can turn the angel, and does anybody know where this particular one came from? This is actually from a set. This is actually from Hidden Side. A short-lived, really cool theme, but unfortunately, I think instead of doing ghosts, maybe they could have did zombies, maybe. Regardless, I thought it was a pretty cool theme. Unfortunately, it was very short-lived. Also from Hidden Side, they have a whole series of stuff that came from the same set. So we have this right here, which is kind of like a gravestone and a casket kind of, and basically you push on this and this lifts up, and inside was a skeleton, but I removed them because I'm obviously not going to be opening and closing this to show off the skeletons, so I just put them with the rest of my skeletons. But yeah, so that's a pretty cool, nice little thing, and again, that's from Hidden Side. So both this and this, that just came apart on me, so it did. And this both came from Hidden Side. So you can look up that set and possibly get that if you want to turn on and put some of these in your... and this is also, I believe, from Hidden Side as well. And I believe this lifted up, and I think there's a key or something you put there or something. I can't remember. It's been a while. But yeah, also a nice little kind of little grave marker from Hidden Side. And this, let me sprawl out a little bit real quick. Okay, this spooky treat. Now, ignore Slimer up there. I had him up there just for giggles and stuff. But other than Slimer, this whole spooky tree and this little deal is from the same cemetery set as all these, the other 3 things that I showed you. So this, and this all came from that same set from Hidden Side. And these were actually, this Hidden Side set was the catalyst which got me to build my original cemetery. I do still have videos, older videos showing off that zombie cemetery. If you care to check those out, it's from years ago. Mind you, I'm rebuilding that same cemetery. So, also I have another one of these. This is actually from the Harry Potter set. I got this off of Bricklink because I just wanted another one of these. So I'm going to build up kind of like a little monument for this to sit on in the new graveyard when I get it done. And this is a custom cemetery stone that I did myself. And this is actually one of the turret pieces from Star Wars. And so I thought it looked like a bowl. At the time when I built this, I had no idea what this piece even was. So basically, I did 4 of these and just stuffed them in the bowl and then built this. And all you do is try out different parts and stuff, slopes and whatever else not. You don't necessarily need a headstone with any kind of writing or anything on it. You just use a plain old plate to kind of, give the effect that there was a name, maybe it worn off. You get some of these older cemeteries especially, you might have a hard time reading those, so you don't necessarily have to have those. So that's a custom built one that I built myself. And all it is, just messing around. Another custom built that I built myself. There's a nice little faded piece in there that I used in there to kind of show some age and stuff. And then on this one, I just used this for the nameplate, this little kind of like brick piece of sorts. Now, I did get some custom printed ones from Firestar Toys. So you got that one that's kind of like Benny. I can't even really read what's on there, honestly. But yeah, so I built this gravestone around this custom gravestone piece to kind of give it a little bit more frill. And then we got just a plain old, just generic gravestone, real simple. But yeah, you can build just a small one that kind of sits real low to the ground. I've even seen just where it's just a square name placard just sitting in the ground, literally. It's not even like sticking up out of the ground. So, I mean, there's all kinds of different things you can do for gravestones. Emmett. That's also from Firestar Toys. This piece in the middle is the part that's from Firestar Toys. The rest of it I custom built. Okay, and then this is another custom built that I built myself. This took a little bit of, but yeah. So all I did is just use a bunch of different like shapes, little small pieces and stuff. I built up the base and then put that there, and then just tried out some cylinders and some plates and different shapes and sizes. And then I decided I wanted to do this cross somewhere in the cemetery, so I decided to add this on there, and yeah, it turns out really nice. These 2 are pretty simple, nothing super great. Again, use some of your faded bricks on some builds like this. Now granted, I could put this in peroxide and try to get it back to its original color, but this kind of adds a little something to the gravestones and stuff, so I figured I might as well use them. And see, same difference here. I got some bricks that are not quite right. But yeah, very, very simple. So, that's about it, except for I did get a new order a while back ago of these gravestones. They're pretty simple. They're printed by Brick Tactical, and they're fine just the way they are, but I might do something a little extra with these. And there are a bunch of them. There's Rest in Peace, AFOL, Game Over, Rest in Peace. I don't even know what that says. Oh, Min-E figure. Another one, Rest in Peace, Classic Spaceman. You Died, Respawn. And Rest in Peace. Rest in Pieces. So, I mean, and these are fine. I can actually just use these as grave markers. So you can do something real simple, something, or, you know, make it super elaborate and, you know, do something different, you know, for a bit of variety. And like I said, my cemetery, when it's going to be done, all said and done and rebuilt, it is 3 green base plates wide. And also my Apocalypse road is going in front of that graveyard. So yeah, I will definitely be doing a video of that, hopefully sooner rather than later. I was really hoping to get it done. I do have the roads just about done, but I probably will revisit and make modifications to them later on, because there's a few things I want to change up. But I got that much done, and I am feverishly today working on basically rebuilding and modifying and making my cemetery better. And so I'm going to add all these little gravestones as well as my old gravestones, and then obviously all the stuff from Hidden Side. And the Tom Riddle thing, that's basically going to stay pretty much the same, but this is going to move up a little bit. And then I got to turn around and finish this off, and then I got 2 more base plates that I got to basically build up the front end and then turn around and cover it with tile or plates and whatnot, and then add details and stuff. And I'm going to see how much more fence I can turn around and get a hold of, because I want to have the fence wrapping all the way around the graveyard. Before, I just had it going across the front, and so I really want to make it look like it's finished. So again, that's going to be a lot of work, and so I probably will do an update very, very soon on the graveyard. But at any rate, I just figured I would show off some of these for you guys that might, being Halloween and all, maybe you might be wanting to work on a graveyard or something, and maybe this will give you some inspiration. And if it does, you know, absolutely, please leave a like, and definitely hit that bell for future notifications, and of course subscribe if you haven't already, because I think you're going to like some more of the stuff that's going to be coming out with the graveyard and the zombies and the Apocalypse roads and stuff. I've been busting my tail for the past couple days on this stuff, and I really, really hope that it inspires some of you guys out there. And I got something new coming that is going to be kind of related to the theme of zombies / apocalypse. It's not actually Lego. It is... I don't want to give it away, but basically I will be doing an unboxing when it comes, and I'm very, very excited about it. I am just geeking out because it's going to go with this stuff here that I've been working on. So I'm going to be doing a permanent display somewhere in my house. I have to figure out where I'm going to put it, because I can't put it in the Lego room because it's just way too crowded in here as is. So, but yeah, I'm going to be doing a permanent display where basically the graveyard and the road and this new piece of Apocalypse is coming, and it's very exciting, and I'm getting very excited. And I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give it away, because I want you guys to come back and check it out when I get it, and when I build it, and when I do the updates for the Apocalypse road and graveyard, when I get those finished. So basically, in the order of events, I'm going to be, I got the Apocalypse roads done for now. I'm going to then work on today and tomorrow, as much as I can, the graveyard, and hopefully I can get it finished and posted probably, I'm hoping, Saturday at the latest. And then after that, then I will be doing some modifications to the Apocalypse road, and I will be doing 2 additional base plates for the Apocalypse road at some point, because this thing coming is going to need some more road. So at any rate, this is Bricks on a Budget. Let me know what you thought of all this. Does this help at all? If you have any questions, or if you want tutorials on how to do any of these gravestones, let me know down in the comments. And as always, please leave a like, subscribe, and this is Bricks on a Budget telling y'all, get built. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.